In the winter of 1874, U.S. soldiers wrapped in thick wool uniforms were freezing across the Great Plains. Just a few miles away, Comanche warriors slept peacefully under the exact same sky. No blankets, no sleeping bags, no modern shelters. By sunrise, one group could barely stand. The other was already riding across the plains. So what secret kept the Comanche alive, where trained soldiers failed? The answer wasn't courage. It was a survival system so effective that the U.S. Army eventually decided to destroy it. Most people think winter is about freezing temperatures. The Comanche knew the real enemy was the wind. Across the Great Plains, icy winds could travel hundreds of miles without slowing down. So instead of sleeping in open fields, they searched for deep canyons and river valleys where nature blocked the freezing air. Before they even built a fire, they had already won their first battle. Their Tipi wasn't just a tent. It was engineered for survival. Its cone-shaped design pushed powerful winds around the shelter, while buffalo hide walls trapped precious heat inside. Adjustable smoke flaps let warm air stay in while dangerous smoke escaped. During winter, they even added an extra inner lining, creating an insulating air pocket. The result? A portable shelter that stayed surprisingly warm even in brutal weather. But shelter alone wasn't enough. The buffalo gave the Comanche far more than food. Winter buffalo fur contains hollow hairs that trap tiny pockets of warm air, exactly the same principle used in many modern insulated jackets. The Comanche slept on buffalo robes, covered themselves with more robes, and trapped their own body heat throughout the night. The frozen ground no longer stole their warmth, but even that wasn't their smartest trick. Before sleeping, large stones sat inside the fire for hours. Once they became red hot, they were wrapped in leather and placed near the bedding. The stones slowly released warmth all night long. Even after the fire faded, the heat remained. Simple, silent, and incredibly effective. The Comanche didn't only heat their shelters, they heated their bodies. Their diet was rich in buffalo meat and animal fat. Fat burns slowly, giving the body energy for hours while helping maintain body temperature during freezing nights. Modern survival experts still recommend high-fat foods in extreme cold. The Comanche discovered that centuries earlier. Every part of their system worked together. The canyon blocked the wind. The teepee trapped heat. The buffalo robes insulated the body. The heated stones warmed the bed. The food fueled the body's own furnace. That's why the Comanche survived winters that terrified outsiders. And when the U.S. Army finally understood how powerful this system really was, they didn't try to copy it. They burned the camps, destroyed the food, killed the buffalo. Because they knew something important. If they couldn't defeat the warriors, they had to destroy the knowledge that kept them alive. The greatest weapon the Comanche ever carried wasn't a bow or a horse. It was centuries of survival knowledge, passed from one generation to the next. But perhaps the most incredible part of this story is that the Comanche never had laboratories, or universities, or modern science. Everything they knew came from experience. One generation learned from the last. Every winter taught a new lesson. Every mistake could cost a life. Over hundreds of years, those lessons became one of the greatest survival systems ever created. Today, many outdoor survival experts teach ideas that follow the exact same principles. Block the wind, insulate your body, store heat, eat enough calories, protect yourself from the frozen ground. The technology has changed, but the science hasn't. The Comanche understood these rules centuries before modern survival manuals ever existed. That's why their story isn't just about history, it's about human adaptation. It proves that surviving nature was never about having the most advanced equipment. It was about understanding the environment better than anyone else. And perhaps that's why, even after their camps were burned, and their way of life was nearly destroyed, the knowledge they developed still survives today. Because true survival isn't something you carry in your hands, It's something you carry in your mind.